Alright, so got a new part here for the razor. Gonna be a full exhaust from Bikeman, the same people I got the clutch kit from. So here it is. It's used. I bought it used. Got it for a good price on eBay used. Couldn't pass it up. Full 3-inch with a full exhaust. Versus this one, which is probably a 2.5, maybe about a 2.5. My son's gotta poop, so there's that. All right, buddy. All right, so here's the stock exhaust. This thing is very restricted, the stock muffler. Hey, Wessie. Say hey. The stock muffler is very restrictive, and it actually will make the EGT super high and the turbo back there glowing. This is more of a flow through design, as you can see. So it'll have a lot less restriction, prolonging turbo and easier on the engine, more flow through. So I'm still waiting on a downpipe, whatever you call it, gasket. Hasn't got here yet. Probably be here tomorrow. I'm ordering a new one because I bought this exhaust used. But I'm gonna go ahead and disassemble and take off the old one, and then wait for the new one to get here. I think I have all the bolts. You only need that one gasket. The other part of it is held by a V-band clamp right here and right there. But I think I have all the bolts. If not, I got Ace Hardware close by. Not a big deal. O2 sensor goes here. It's quite beefier than the stock one. You gonna make all that noise?
I can't hear you.
Yeah. Wonder why.
I don't know. This is my edger.
Oh, that's your edger?
This is my edger.
Well, he didn't pay for it. So start disassembling. Can you stop for a minute?
Yeah, I told you
Dingleberry?
that's my edger either. Stop it.
It was not out here.
Battery
No.
out.
So I gotta take out these bolts. These bolts.
Don't take out your book.
Making a YouTube video?
Yeah. Take off these bolts and that'll disconnect the muffler.
Battery back on.
And it also has like a heat shield back there, but I'll
Battery back on the edger.
Alright, so as you can see, I took my shirt off because I was doing something else. I'm freaking hot, so whatever. Broke the head off of one of the bolts. Got one of them out perfectly fine. Took the other one out, messed the threads up. I heated all the bolts up. They don't want to come out. So this top one right here, it's easier just to take the bed off. Sure, you could probably get one like the socket that's a ball like this and get to this one from over here. I just figured I'd take the bed off, and you'll take this heat shield right there off. If you don't know how to do that, watch my other video with the blow-off valve, and it'll show you how to take that off. Just makes it a lot easier to get to this. So I'm just going to use this. It'll be a lot easier to get the Allen head right here. Well, when I'm not on the camera, to get it in there and actually just turn it once I heat it up. Use some heat. This one may also break, but plan on buying new bolts anyway and lubing them up when you put them in. I'm also gonna probably make sure the holes are good and re-tap those. Not tap them, but clean them up. So see if I can heat this bad boy up pretty hot and get this one out. And this will be the last one. I have a gasket, probably be here tomorrow. Now I'll have to order new bolts or go get some from Ace Hardware or something. So we'll see how it goes. Alright, so this one actually moved pretty easy. I used a short one. I had to use a short one because the way that Allen head was in there needed to be like top of the valve cover or way up on the airbox. So I use this. It's any kind of bar you can get like way up in here, way against there, and be able to bend it. So I'm about to take that one out, which is probably one a little bit, and then whatever I did with my other one, don't know where I just put it. Here it is. And hopefully I can just use this one and spin it out of there. That's moving. She's tight. Look, that's exhaust bolts for you in general on anything you do. Always count on them breaking. Usually, always. So, yeah, I'll work on that. That one seems alright. So we'll see. So it's off. There is my. Let's see if I can use my GoPro. There's my broken bolt, or the head. The whole thing's not broken. Just the head of it broke off. Not sure how I got so unlucky, but I can see some of the threads like they got stuck or something right there. So that should be fun. I'll hopefully heat that up and I'll get it out with freaking sweating out here in Georgia, even as hell. I can get some vice grips on it and heat it up a lot and it should come out. So here is, per usual, the light sucks, but you know, whatever. Garage life. Here I think it's 2.5 inch right there. See that one? It's about 2.5 or you got this one full 3 inch. That bad boy right there. Weight on this, yeah, maybe about the same. This is heavier here. This is more dispersed weight. This thing is actually pretty heavy. I don't know that you're saving any weight. Maybe, I don't know. They're both heavy. I didn't weigh them before and after, but I don't think there's any weight savings you're going to gain from this. Performance, yeah, flow, but weight savings, I don't think so. They're both heavy. This Bikeman's heavy. Maybe if you went to the RPM Desert series, which is just basically one of these, and that's it, you'd probably lose a good bit of weight that way. I did not, because I found this one used. And this fork exhaust new is like $1,300 or something like that. I think I got it off eBay from a guy for like $350 before shipping and shit. So not bad for a completely full exhaust. So new gasket should be here hopefully tomorrow, maybe next day, whatever. It's the week, so it doesn't matter to me. And then I gotta try to get that bolt out the rest of the way. That should be fun. I may try to get it with vice grips, or I may try to cut a slit in it and then use a flathead or something to try to get it out. I don't know. It's not gonna be fun either way. At least I got the rest of them out. And then I'll replace those bolts with some new ones. Alright. So, next day, working on getting this broken bolt out. The head broke off of it. Luckily, it's still got a good bit of the thread sticking out I could grab a hold of. So, went ahead and took this out. It's just a lot easier to get back in here. I got the vice grips on it now. Got it heated up earlier. I haven't done it in a minute. Spray some PV Blaster on it. Alright. Like I was saying before the battery died, I had to switch batteries. I got these vices on here, and I got it to move. I'm just trying to work it where I don't have to like try to put a lot of effort into it, but it's moving at the moment. I'm trying to barely get it to its stopping point and just work it back and forth. Work some of that PV Blaster in there, and hopefully that helps. I'm gonna get a tap or thread chaser, whatever you want to call it, and make sure these holes are clean, and then probably replace them with studs and nuts. So keep working on this, see how it goes. Alright, we're back after a couple of days. I think I left off trying to get that broken head off, or the rest of the bolt of the head broke off. This is it. So yeah, there's that. Finally got that out. Got the gasket right here, new gasket, which is $50 freaking dollars. Cheap ass tapping die, because I don't think the threads are gonna be horrible, but I'm gonna just make sure they're clean enough. Oh dang, I left the studs out. I'm gonna go grab those. Alright, so like I said before, those bolts are they're lock bolts, so they're tight regardless. I bought these Dorman studs and nuts. ARP does sell a kit that's a M8 by 1.25, which is what the thread pitch and stuff is on these for the turbo downpipe. They're like $40 something, and I didn't want to wait as long, and these were like $8 on Amazon, so they should be fine. We'll see. Part number is 03411 on these. They're a little bit longer than what you're going to need, but I mean, that shouldn't cause any problems. Should be no biggie there. There's a little bit of area behind the turbo flange that's fine, and then they can stick out, you know, as far as you want them to. It won't be a big deal. No major problem there. So I'm going to lube up a tap M8 by 125, and just make sure those holes are clean. Make sure everything's good with the holes, and then put it together. Trying to think, is there anything I'm missing? Maybe you might need to know. Plan on breaking the bolts, to be honest, and probably messing the threads up. I don't know if the threads are any different. I know the bolts are M8 by 125. You possibly could use a 8mm by 125. It is not the same thing, but it is kind of the same thing, I guess you could say. Probably works the same, but I found the tap and dot like AutoZone, because nowhere had that was around me that I was looking for had the like a good high quality M8 by 125. So maybe if I was tapping like a brand new hole in like steel, I wouldn't buy these from AutoZone, but there's already a hole, there's already threads, so I think the cheap stuff, it'll be fine to use. I wouldn't do it on like a hole that's not there, or like having to drill it and actually make brand new threads. I probably wouldn't use the cheap stuff. So we'll see. I'm gonna get these holes cleaned out, and hopefully I can get this thing together, although my son's asleep, so I can't start it when I get it together. So there's that. All right, got the studs in there. Little tidbit: if you use this, well, probably any stud nuts really with this bigger exhaust. Let's see if I can get a good video of it. You can see they have like washer heads, obviously. That one is not gonna fit on that left side. I had to grind down basically the flange part of it to get it to work. It'll be fine. These are lock nuts, so they're not gonna go anywhere. But I had to grind down, and it's like super close. I took all the flange head part of it off. But you could use the stock bolt still right there if you wanted, and then the rest of them are fine. The rest of them will fit, but it's just that one that's going to be a little more difficult if you want to take the flange part off of it, which is what I did. Now it's good, so I'm going to tighten these up, and then I'll tighten this part up.
Daddy, what?
It's on there. It's hot. About to see how it sounds. GoPro mic probably not going to pick it up though.